Hi guys, this is Shinjini from Modern Gypsy, and this is gonna be most probably my first video of 2020. So, Happy New Year to you. Um, Last year, if you guys have been following me on my blog or on Instagram, you would know that I focused very strongly and very deeply on creating an art practice for myself. A very regular practice where I showed up on the painting table pretty consistently through the year. Of course, there were days and sometimes even weeks when I did not paint, but those were fewer compared to how often I did actually end up painting, even if it was just for about 10 or 15 minutes. And sometimes in the weekends, I spent almost the entire day just painting. So yeah, the amount of time that went in depended a lot on the day of the week, considering that I have a 9 to 5 job and I have a lot of other responsibilities and things that are things of interest, so to speak. But anyway, the interesting thing that happened for me last year was that this act of showing up consistently for my art practice and putting in even a little bit of time on a very regular basis helped me to actually create at the end of the year I had about 80 finished paintings, and these ranged in size, of course. Like this one, these 24 paintings are about 8.5 by 11 in size, so like an A4 sheet. Then I did a lot of larger paintings. Roughly, I think they would be an A3 size. Actually, I have the journal line here. So this was an A3 size, which is roughly 12 by 15 or something like that. Um, and I did all of my intuitive paintings in this big journal, and that's a project that I started off as a 100-day project in April because I really wanted to give intuitive painting a try. It's an art style that has interested me, but that I have previously found really difficult to figure out, actually a little bit scary to figure out, because you just turn up on a page with absolutely no pre-planned ideas and you just allow your intuition to guide you, like what do you want to do next, what colors do you want to play with, what marks do you want to do. And you have to be really open to creating a huge mess and then editing it down, so like the chaos and then finding things in the chaos, as I like to call that whole process. But it is a very interesting process, and um, that exploration that started in April actually changed the course of my art through the year. So it changed from the really whimsical kind of paintings that I used to do into what I feel when I look at them is paintings with a lot more depth and a lot more, uh, like the techniques just kept getting stronger. And I think that's really more to do with just practice, with just coming in very consistently and kind of like showing up. So it's like this journal is too big for me to kind of do a flip through for you, but I'm gonna try and hold it up and see if you can see. So this was the first painting that I did, um, and actually the 100-day challenge started in April, on April 2nd, which is also my birthday. So this is kind of like I call this my 2019 birthday painting, and it is one of my absolute favorites from the year. Um, and okay, this is going to be a little bit clunky for me to try and do like this, but um, this is the next one that I did. And I think I shared a video on this one as well on my YouTube. If I can find it, I will try and link it. Um, I'm not going to show you all of them. I think, um, it would just take a bit too long for me to try and flip through and hold up all of these paintings for you. But I'll show you a few of these, and then I will switch my camera and show you um, my moon journal. And you know, if you look at that, if you look at that painting, because it progresses through the year, right? So each month, with as it kind of progresses through the year, you will see the change in my painting style that started to happen. It'll start to reflect um, there as well. In fact, this journal cover, so I end up painting my journal covers at the end of the year because I'm a sloppy painter, and while painting in these every month, I end up getting my cover dirty. So if I have the cover already painted, I end up messing it up. So this is kind of a reflection of how my painting just evolved, during the course of the year. It went from something like these, although these were still a lot more involved than what I used to do before 2019. But yeah, maybe something like this was a little more my pre-2019 style, like my 2018 style. So you'll see the evolution, and then as we come to the um, end of the year, they started what more towards the end of the year, because these are still a little more thought out. Something like this, which was completely a take on my intuitive paintings. So I'm going to flip the camera over now and show you a flip through of this book. I hope you enjoy the flip through video. I know I always love looking at flip throughs. And yeah, so if you like what you see, do hit like and subscribe on my channel, because I'm not going to speak to you at the end of this video. So yeah, do hit like and subscribe. And I'm wishing you an amazing 2020, an amazing new year, no matter when you're watching this. I hope you do something creative with your time, with your free time. It is one of the absolute best practices that you can do for yourself, whether it's something like painting, knitting, writing. For me, I personally, since I do painting and writing both, for me personally, the visual medium, the painting medium, is a lot deeper. But your mileage may vary depending on what your interests are. But yeah, do something creative. It does end up changing you. The more effort you put into it and the more time you put into it, you will find that your outlook towards life, your outlook towards yourself, the way you think, it just starts opening up and expanding. At least that was my experience, and I'm hoping it will be yours too. So next up, I'm going to flip the camera and show you my moon journal, and I will see you next time. Until then, bye.